Welcome to your doom. Nah, I'm just kidding, but welcome. So, today we're doing our third Halloween horror comic book review, and today's comic book is pretty dark. I know, you're thinking, KH, you're always doing dark stuff. You don't do anything but dark, gritty, violent horror comic books. That might be true, but today's comic book is dark even by my standards. Not too shabby. Okay, so let's take a look at The Road of Bones. Let's start with the easy stuff first. So, The Road of Bones is written by Rich Douek. The art and colors are by Alex Cormack, and it's published by IDW. So where to start with this one? Okay, now the reason this comic book is so dark is because there's a sense of realism to the horror in this story. And the Road of Bones refers to the Kolyma Highway, R504, and this was a project made by the Russian government in the 1930s, and it lasted till the 1950s. And the Kolyma Highway was a road they built through the northeastern parts of Russia. And the reason they did this was because there was a lot of resources they wanted to extract, and the Kolyma Highway was the foundation of the Gulag camps, the network of Gulag camps, the labor camps that cost the lives of millions of people. And just the construction of the Kolyma Highway cost hundreds of thousands of lives. And the name Road of Bones, it's called that because they would actually bury their dead into the road instead of trying to. It would be easier to do that than to try to dig into the permafrost to actually make real graves. So there's a real dark history behind the whole thing, and if you want to learn more about this, just Google The Road of Bones or Kolyma Highway, and you'll find some dark stuff there. Okay, so this is just to give you some background, and the comic book and our story starts in 1953 in the Gulag camp of Kolyma in Siberia, where life is hell, and our main character is Roman. He was put there because he made a joke about Stalin, and that was enough to get him sentenced to this real bad place. Now, the themes are also very interesting. There's a supernatural element to the comic book. Now, Roman, he believes in this folklore creature called Domovik, like a spirit that kind of, if you treat it well and you feed it, and if you're nice, they kind of guard your house and they watch over you. Is this creature real, or is Roman losing it and going insane? You have to read to find out. And just the story is about Roman and some other inmates deciding to escape the camp. And that brings up the very interesting question, is life in the camps, will escape be better? That is the question, because there's nowhere to go. It's just mountains and frost and and death. So they decide to escape. And the comic book explores a lot of cool themes that are also very real from this place. There were reports of cannibalism. People would eat other prisoners or escape with other prisoners that they would bring along, so they would have somebody to eat to survive. There's even a term for it called a walking lunch. And just a lot of people would go insane. So the comic book explores a lot of those themes, and we also get good insight to how little food they had, how bad the guards treat the prisoners, the gangs, just the real, how bad life was in the camps. Yeah, I would absolutely recommend The Road of Bones. It's very well written, and it just like, yeah, it's creepy and dark and got, as I said, this sense of realism. So if you like that, give it a go. Okay, thanks for dropping by. See you next time.